So just in case you were wondering, yes, you can integrate Nanoleaf lights right into Corsair iCUE. Now what that means is within the iCUE software, you can enable this feature and then you get the ability to apply all of the standard Corsair lighting effects to this. You can synchronize it with your existing PC fans, LED strips, AIOs, everything. It just integrates right into the rest of your setup. Of course, the product we're going to be looking at today is the Nanoleaf lines. I do have the Smarter kit with me today, which is 9 lines. I believe it's got 9 little hexagonal hubs to it and the control hub as well. They do make this now that comes with like a little square hub so that you can kind of get some right angles to it. And that gives you some different looks. The one major problem, let's just get it out of the way right now, is going to be the cost of this, which is probably, like a lot of people, one reason why I've kind of avoided some of this stuff in the past. Now, it's not that Corsair lighting is cheap either, right? But anyways, I think for this here, it's there's 9 lines, comes with the control hub, and I think 9 individual hubs so that you can make all sorts of designs with it. And of course, all the sticky tape and all that kind of thing. But it was $199.99. I think I got it for a little bit cheaper than that, maybe $179.99. I would highly suggest looking for a deal. Now, I'm not affiliated with Nanoleaf or Corsair for that matter in any way. I bought this with my own money. This also does integrate into Razer Synapse, and I did give that a try. My initial impression of that was, although it worked, it's not as nicely done as what the Corsair integration is. I'm gonna do a separate video more on the review of this product, you know, the setup, how I got it up on the wall, kind of how it all clicks together. I really just wanna focus on the Corsair integration itself. To cut right to my final opinion of this, I like this product actually more than what I thought I was going to, meaning to say that I could recommend it to anybody. If you like the look of this, you know, on your wall, it's not the most artistic piece, you know, when it's off, but it looks pretty good. It's fairly nicely done. But anyways, if you're kind of on the fence with this, I would say go for it, especially if you've got other Corsair lighting elements in your PC, you know, the towers or other lighting. This just fits really nicely into that. Before we begin, I'm making an assumption that you've already got this product installed and that you've installed the iOS app or the Android app and or the desktop app. You can control it both ways. There is a Windows application for this as well. So the kind of the prerequisite for getting started with the iCUE side is that the product's installed, set up, ready to go. You're able to control it through the application. So the first thing you want to do is, again, make sure you've got the latest version of Corsair iCUE installed. And once you've got that done, go ahead and launch that application. Now it's really simple. You're just going to go to this gear icon, iCUE settings up in the upper right hand corner, and go ahead and click that. So once you get to this settings screen, you get a bunch of different options for iCUE, but you want to go down to the integrations tab. And of course you'll see Philips Hue here and some NVIDIA broadcast technologies, but those are for another day. Obviously we're focused on Nanoleaf technologies, so you're going to want to click this little slider bar to the right, just click it and you're good, and then you'll get the setup wizard. Now this is going to search for any devices that it sees on your network. In my case it sees lines 7495, which I believe is just a factory hardware name for this. You do get an opportunity to rename that device, so go ahead and select that. Now if it doesn't see it here, you get a manual pairing option. Now, I've never actually needed to do that, but it looks like when you do that, then you can put an IP address in there so that if it automatically doesn't detect it, I would maybe go down that route for troubleshooting. Anyways, go ahead and select that device and then click Next. And then it's going to ask you to hold the on-off button on a Nanoleaf device for 5 to 7 seconds until the LEDs start flashing. And this is going to go ahead and pair it. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just press and hold for 5 to 7 seconds until this light starts flashing. And then we'll just click the pair button within 30 seconds of that light flashing. And then here's where we can give it a more common name. So let's just call it Hardware Artisan and finish. All right, so that is all there is to pairing this. It's really very, very simple. So the very first thing you may notice is that it gives you a model layout of your device, however you've configured it. It's never in the proper orientation. Now, as far as I can tell, within iCUE, messing around with it, there is no way to manipulate this orientation of the model here. What this follows, though, is it follows the mobile app. So you have to go into the mobile app and you have to reorient the model into the correct thing. Let's go ahead and reorient that in the Nanoleaf software itself. I'll show you how to do that really quick. It's easy to do. So once you get into the Nanoleaf software and you've got your device selected, but you're going to click the icon for this device and you're going to get this orientation. Now from here you can just like use your fingers and rotate the device around. And so this little black icon up here is the control hub. So we want to put that down to our lower left. Now you'll notice in iCUE that changes based on how we have that oriented. So, you know, just, it's really quick to update in iCUE. I'm not editing this. It's, you know, as soon as I move it around, it's spot on. It almost just immediately updates. And so go ahead and get that oriented. I'm not aware of any way to do that from within iCUE. Now let's just go over a couple of the settings that you can do really quick in here. You do get a device settings screen, which basically just allows you to adjust the brightness up and down of the device. And it's really just works in real time. You don't need to apply it or do anything. I really like that feature. You can do a pairing reset, which basically will remove this object out of iCUE and you can reset it up, or you can just clear it out if you're removing it. But you get all of the standard Corsair controls here. Very simple to do. You're going to click the plus sign. You can select from the presets. You get all of the main ones. We're not going to go through each of them in depth, but watercolor, color pulse, color shift, color warp, color wave. If you've messed with any iCUE stuff, you'll be familiar with these settings here. Marquee, rain, rainbow, rainbow wave, sequential, strobing, and of course on most of these you get all the same Corsair controls. You can adjust the speed, you can adjust the colors, you get your temperature settings just like anything else, and you've got visor. Of course you can do all the same custom work that you've always been able to do, and you can do lighting link, which we'll talk about more here in just 1 second. Now you can, if you do custom work in here, or custom layers, so let's delete that, you can select individual lighting zones. Now you cannot select individual LEDs like you can on some of the Corsair devices, but you can select each line into 2 sections. So 1 and 2 is that first bottom line up there. And you know, of course 9 and 10 is going to be this line over here. But as far as I can tell, there's no rhyme or reason to these numbers. It's just a way for you to address and keep track of which zone if you're going to do some really custom work in here. But what you can do is if you click plus, and then say you want to just apply watercolor to a single zone, you can go watercolor, and then you can do a quick lighting zone, and then you can name it whatever name you want. Let's say zone 2, or let's put line 2. And then we can select it and then go create. And now we get a line 2 lighting zone here. So it means we're only doing that. Now let's say we wanted to do, let's go ahead and click another lighting zone, and let's put line 1 and 3. I'm just making stuff up. You can do whatever you want, and we'll select 1 and 3. I'm going to hold the control key down and I can select that. Go ahead and create it. Now I get lines 1 and 3 going. And of course I can change it back to line 2, or I can make it line 2 only. You get the idea. But you can start doing some pretty customized work here. What I did notice is that I moved lines around and kind of reoriented them. Corsair responds in real time. So let's go ahead and do that. Now you normally probably wouldn't do this, but I just want to demonstrate. So if we remove this line here, probably technically you should turn it off, but you can see that Corsair automatically in real time recognizes that. And if I put it over here, Nanoleaf is going to recognize that and transmit it back into Corsair that we now have a new design. So you can kind of change this on the fly. I would recommend you probably turn that off when you do that. I don't think it hurts it, but do as I say, not as I do. That's just a demonstration kind of how the product can reorient itself. And it just comes back to the way that it was. Then of course, lighting link, as we talked about, watercolor and all of that's going to apply it to everything. I'll put that in a demonstration here in just a minute. So just in brief, what I want to talk about, in addition, one of the coolest effects I've found with this, and I hadn't really messed with this much prior to doing this video. I've seen it here. I don't know what version of iCUE this was introduced, but it's Murals. Now, if you've played around with Signal RGB at all, Murals is kind of the concept that they're using. And basically what it does is it just, puts an image, and what you can do is as you turn Murals on, you lay your devices over this, and then wherever it sits in the device, it just picks up what's behind it. So it's very cool. So if we go to, let's go to home here. Now this little button right here is Murals. So let's turn it on just on the Nanoleaf lines. Okay, and so this just denotes that Murals is on. Now if we click the Murals board, or the Murals option, we can see now that the Nanoleaf lines is overlaid on the back of this. Now I think I don't know if I can slow this down on this image or not. Doesn't look like this image has any. I don't think I can modify this, but wherever this is at, laying on the mural here is the piece that it picks up. So basically you're looking at a translation of the screen up on this device here. Now you can add all of your devices into this. So if we go back home, I can put my Commander Core XT, which has a number of different fans, has the Lee and Lee cables, non-Corsair RGB connected to it, platinum. I can basically just put everything on here. And so now everything is picking up this mural. Of course, you see all of your devices overlaid on this. Now, whatever is behind here should be shining through, or at least a representation of that will be shining through whatever object you have there, and you can place these however you want. And very cool, you can change the mural that's behind it. Corsair includes a handful of them. If the mural can be modified, it will give you a little icon here, colors and settings, or whatever you want. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do, and you really can just customize it as much as you want. But one of the things that I've really enjoyed playing around with is the monitor screen, and you just select it to monitor screen and then whatever you want, and then you can select which monitor you want it to mimic. And basically it will do the same exact thing, but it just uses your screen. Now, one of the things I've done is I've put some YouTube video up there of just like the lightning and things like that. And once you get the lights off in here, and you can get some really cool video effects, and where I've got some of the lighting spread around the room, it just looks really, really cool. And anyways, that's been a lot of fun to mess around with. But all of this is pretty cool. It's got some audio lighting, where if you have some audio playing, it will, this audio bar here will dash up into these. And of course, you can make it sound or make it look however you want. You can kind of see here, if you move this Nanoleaf down into here, the effect, whatever you see on the screen, is just translating into these lighting zones, however it is. Of course, you can do a solid color if you want, which is really just equivalent to setting everything to a solid color, but this is kind of just a quick, easy way to do it. You can put images, so you can put your own images back here. It's just a way to easily get some customization in here, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So anyways, check that out. But I just wanted to show that to you, give you some demonstrations of what all of this looks like together when you sync it all up. So I'll kind of leave you with some of that here for just a few minutes and come back and give you my thoughts and opinions of it. All right, well, there you have it. There's the integration of the Nanoleaf lines within the Corsair iCUE ecosystem. Overall, I'm very pleased with it. It works great. It's easy to set up, easy to get going. Gives you all of the features and functions in Corsair iCUE that you would expect on the Nanoleaf lines. And so overall, I like the lines better than I expected, so I could highly recommend these if you happen to like the look of it. They've been really fun to work with. They sync up just nicely with the Corsair lights in the case and the other external RGB lighting I've got going on over here. So you can get some really cool effects and just have a lot of fun with it, which is most important. I will say the Murals feature within Corsair iCUE has been one of my favorite things to play with. Not only just with the PC, but with the lines especially. When you get that up on the wall, that's a really cool feature and function that hopefully they'll just make permanent, so, or improve upon it. I don't know what they would do. But anyways, check that out if you want. So anyways, I could highly recommend giving this a look. I will put some affiliate links in the description below. You can check those out if you're interested. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, put it in the comments below. I'm happy to help out when I can, where I can. And that is going to do it for today. Thanks for watching.